Breaking news, Donald Trump just announced only 5 people is allowed to live in the household.
Does anyone else feel like we're in the plot of Don't Look Up?
Such as just not everyone you meet is fully online, meaning they're biologically alive, but operating without conscious awareness most of the time.
What up, man? Giving you another react, so sit back, relax, observe, and let's get into it, y'all. Roll the clip.
It's real convenient that nobody is speaking about what's going on in Alaska right now. No news coverage, nothing. So a typhoon hit Alaska with Category 4 hurricane winds. And if you know what a typhoon is, you know what a typhoon can do. This typhoon destroyed several native villages in Alaska. Jump down the rabbit hole, you'll see people's homes floating. You'll also see plots where homes used to be not there anymore. And again, you'll see that nobody's talking about this. The only people that's talking about this is on social media. Mind you, they're saying over 20 people are unaccounted for. They can't find them. Missing. Gone. But guess what? It might be way more than 20 people that's missing. It might be way more than 20 people that lost their lives. Now, you also got to remember that FEMA was defunded. No news coverage. And they're saying that help is supposedly on the way. But if nobody's reporting these stories, letting people know what's going on, how do we know that help is really going to get there? Let me say this to you again. Homes are being swept away. This typhoon brought hurricane winds and flooding to Alaska and rural areas. Alaskans need help. We need to get this message out there. I'm out.
Shout out to Money Base for the intel on that, man. Hearts out for everyone affected by the event. What do you guys think about that, man? Drop in the comments.
So I didn't know how serious the government shutdown was until now. So as y'all know, I have been on paid leave due to me getting into a car wreck with the 911 dispatching, right? Well, they had a Zoom meeting this morning, and as you know, most 911 agencies are county or government owned. Okay? So because the agency where I got hired from is a state-owned agency, they are letting a majority of all their employees go. And I was not let go, but my paid leave it has been canceled until the government shutdown ends. Meaning people got up this morning to go to work and find out they're being let go due to the government shutdown. Guess what that means? When there's an emergency and you have to call 911, there's going to be delays. There's going to be longer wait times. Right now, it is about to get real hectic. Guess what that means? Public safety is going to be affected, like inpatient and outpatient ambulances. Yeah, they're going to be affected. Air traffic control is going to be affected. Law enforcement is going to be affected. Border control is going to be affected. Disaster aid is going to be affected. Let's not forget to mention the power grid is going to be affected. Only affects accepted employees and federal workers. Now, federal workers will continue to work, but they will not be paid until the government shutdown ends. They will get back pay. And that's crazy work. And right now, Trump is trolling the Democrats. So I don't even think they'll come to a motherfucking agreement.
What do you guys think? Drop in the comments.
Does anyone else feel like we're in the plot of Don't Look Up? Like, things politically are so bad, we're not even noticing the fleet of, like, spaceships and the fucking return of the Anunnaki from the planet Nibiru that's going on in space. We're not noticing that. And it feels like everything that's going on in space is being distracted from so hard down here. Like, shit is so fucked up by the time you hear about, like, 3-Eye Atlas or some shit. You're like, bruh, I can't even pay my bills. I don't give a fuck about a ship, right? You know, that's how it is. Yeah, 3-Eye Atlas is a fleet of spaceships. Like, as someone who has read the Dead Sea Scrolls, the Apocrypha, the hidden books of the Bible, hell, the Book of Enoch, and knows about the planet Nibiru and how the Anunnaki said that they would return one day, and we've been having all these blood red moons. Yeah, babes, it's lights out for us. I'm just letting y'all know this shit we're cooked. And I'm gonna get on here and break it down part by part, but like 3-Eye Atlas has morphed into like 50 different things. But since the government is shut down, NASA is not being paid to speak about it, so NASA has just checked out. And they have pictures of straight up spaceships coming across the sun right now. And I don't think that's fake. I don't think that's fake at all. So y'all keep believing in the firmament, and yeah, don't look up. Don't look up.
The dragon is that thing inside of you that roars and scares you and gets you to freak out like it does me. And the third decon in Sagittarius is Draco. Boy, even that name, Draco, the dragon. But do you know something? You know what the word means? Draco, the dragon cast down. The dragon is that thing inside of you that roars and scares you and gets you to freak out like it does me. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceives the whole world. He was cast out into the earth. That old serpent, the accuser, is cast down. Everywhere you go, Draco is there. Can't run. Can't hide from him.
You can't hide from the Draco.
We have some big news right now. UPS has begun throwing out thousands of packages coming into the United States from international countries, according to NBC News, because of Donald Trump's tariffs and customs requirements that simply aren't being met. So essentially, thousands of packages coming from China and elsewhere are currently being held up in customs at various processing facilities across the United States. And while it's not getting any easier, there are lots of changes, lots of confusing things happening, lots of confusing paperwork because of tariffs and because of just trade policy by this administration. And so as a result, UPS has just begun marking a number of packages just to dispose, which means that you may not get your package. So if you lose a package that's coming from overseas and it just never shows up at your door because of this, now you know why. This is just the beginning of impacts from Donald Trump's tariffs policies, so just get ready, spread the word. Full updates on my Substack, as always, linked in bio, so subscribe for free. Follow along for all the news you need to know about.
Breaking news, Donald Trump just announced only 5 people is allowed to live in the household, starting January 2026. Breaking up families. Ain't families supposed to stay together if they can? They're supposed to work together? This is crazy. And this is allegedly. I heard this. I don't know if it's true or not, but this is what I heard. Yeah, he said starting January 26, 2026, only 5 people supposedly go provide a little assistance for the other ones to get housing, but that's crazy. I don't think he should be doing that. It's all over the news. World news, top news, national news, TMZ, CNN, ABC News, Fox News, CBS News, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. See, I'm talking about it. So it must be what? True lies. So drop in comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. And who stayed in the household more than 5? And who's for this? And who's not for this? It's crazy.
Are you guys rooting for this or are you guys against this stuff? This stuff is crazy. The fact now that the governments are choosing how many people can live in a household, a family household. That's not right. 5 it is? It's not cool, y'all. You against it? You for it? What do you think? Drop it in the comments.
Right? In system psychology and military psyops that suggest not everyone you meet is fully online, meaning they're biologically alive, but operating without conscious awareness most of the time. Think autopilot behavior, scripted responses, predictable loops of speech or emotion. One DARPA contractor even said the human nervous system runs in loops. You only need to intercept one variable to reroute the entire program. In 2019, a military contractor said something strange. He claimed most people are already NPCs. You just haven't realized how easy they are to simulate. Cognitive scientists at MIT discovered that 95% of your decision-making happens subconsciously, without any awareness in real time. In crowds, this behavior sinks. Patterns emerge, conversations repeat. And you want to know what the military calls it? Behavioral entertainment. Advertisers call it user modeling. And in certain advanced AI simulations, you only need 3 behavioral loops to mimic a realistic human. I don't know why this makes me wonder about the Appalachian Mountains when people are always claiming to hear mimics. What are these entities? So if most people are operating subconsciously and their behaviors are easy to simulate.
Trick ever pulled was the devil making all of you Christian worship him. Now, let's talk about it. Every Sunday, someone's in church screaming, hallelujah, hallelujah. And you all think that you're saying, praise God. Do you all know what Satan's name is in Hebrew? Hallel. U means you or your, and Yah means God. Hele, U, Yah. Hallelujah. Satan's your God. And if you don't believe me, here, watch this. It says here in the Vulgate, the Latin transition of the Hebrew Bible, the word Lucifer is used to translate the Hebrew word Hallel, which means shining one. Lucifer in Latin translates to light bringer or the morning star. The Latin word Lucifer was also used to translate the Hebrew Hallel in the Vulgate. So every time you say hallelujah, you are saying Lucifer's your God. Hallel, Lucifer. U, you or your. Yah, God. The same as Yahweh, Yahshua.
Your video game characters. You were designed by computer geeks and cubicles to run around and be controlled by other computer geeks.
Bad movie stocks. Explain to us the meaning of life.
Okay, those computer geeks who control you, thing is, they're part of a video game too. You see, the planet Earth is my most immersive, detailed video game yet, and I play it 24 hours a day. It's great. You can get out of your car, have a family. I even put in a complete and wholly consistent fossil record for the nerds. So, the Simpsons game, your game, is really nothing but a mini-game inside my Earth game. If you think about it.
So, not only are we not real, we're characters inside a mini-game inside another game. And the people playing us right now are the characters inside the big game that you're playing.
Well, you're not inside just any game. The planet Earth got a score of 96 on Metacritic.
But why did you let me find the instruction book back in Springfield? Doesn't that mess up your whole system?
Oh, totally. That was like a complete accident. Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. Oh, how do you control the camera in this thing? Is it the L and R button or what? Ah, screw this, I'm getting a beer. Oh!
The Simpsons game?
So, yeah. You see? Oops.
Oops, ain't gonna cut it, Mr. Glowing Visage, beautiful beyond all description. You gotta make this right.
Relax, relax. God, I feel really super bad about all of this. And I seriously want to finish Oblivion so I can get started on something else, so what do you want?
Put Springfield back the way it was. And let us keep our awesome powers. Improve the working conditions of all video game characters.
Grant me 3 wishes.
Fine, I'll do all that stuff. Even make games less dangerous for the characters. I guess games have been getting too violent.
God, there is one thing. Do you ever wonder if you're a character in a video game?
Well, that's just dumb. I mean, stop being dumb.
Wow! Daddy, someone's looking at me!
I believe the reason that the government is so obsessed with autism right now is because they believe that they're giving too much federal aid to families that have severely autistic children and adults. I think that the reason why they plan on tracking everyone in a national database that tracks people with autism is because they're going to probably round them up eventually and put them somewhere where they don't have to pay for them anymore. I think that in the minds of fascist dictatorships, the thought of having to shell out money to multiple families and multiple people who aren't in their minds ever going to contribute to society or put money back into the government is just kind of like ridiculous in their minds. And I think that they plan on getting rid of people with disabilities sooner rather than later. They did just give, they cut the funding for children who are deaf and blind that were supposed to get national funding, federal funding until 2028, and now they're cutting it this month. I think that we're gonna see people with disabilities get hit the hardest next.
That's a very sensitive subject at the moment right now. What do you guys think about everything she said? Pretty crazy stuff, man. Drop it in the comments.
Our target world rotates beneath us. Soldiers are locked and ready, Commander. Then we descend. Earth will kneel.
Earth will kneel. You guys peeping game on that, right? Peep.
Can I see your digital ID to check your daily sugar limit?
I don't have a digital ID.
I'll have to call the police.
Smith, you stand charged of exceeding your daily sugar limit and failing to present your digital ID when requested. This court finds you guilty. 50 years imprisonment.
No, wait, it was just a glass of Coke. I'm sorry, please, it was just one glass.
Sorry, we don't accept paper tickets. Brick card only, I'm afraid.
It's all I've got. I paid for it.
Rules are rules, love.
Please, it's just to the clinic.
You'll need to step off the bus. Come on, this
Easy
way.
does it. Please, I need to get
On
there,
your step.
please.
It just said declined.
Yeah, it says you've gone over your weekly meat allowance.
My allowance? I only fancied a steak for dinner. I've not bought that much this week.
I'm afraid the system's strict. It won't let me put it through.
You're joking.
Right, stop, police! You turn left, into the alley. You won't get far without a brick card, mate.
Travel restriction breach detected. Annual flight quota exceeded.
No, wait. Stay where you are. Hands behind your back.
Let go of me, please. I haven't done anything.
Stop resisting.
You're hurting me.
Compliance
Hey yo, that's crazy. That was a pretty spot on reenactment of the whole situation, don't you guys think? It's pretty crazy. Spam it up in the comments.
Know that 13 Palantir employees just literally quit their job because they realized that they're basically building Skynet for the government? Yeah, Palantir. Palantir, do you even know what Palantir, what does that name mean? Did you ever see the Lord of the Rings? You guys, Palantir is basically those seeing stones, right? You look into these stones and they let you spy on anyone in the world, but then it also corrupts anyone that uses them. What an interesting name to call your company. And it's born with like CIA seed money, and Palantir's software stitches together massive databases, and ICE is already testing it for deportation apps and real-time tracking. Real-time tracking. No wonder these employees quit. I mean, thank God there's still people that have a conscience, because those insiders are like, no. This is how you normalize authoritarianism, pretty much. I mean, they just literally bailed. And you know why they bailed? Because maybe billion-dollar tech companies handing governments their own all-seeing crystal ball doesn't make such a good PR. Not gonna go over well with the mainstream. Oh my God. Look at the letters. They put them out publicly and no one's covering this. The only question to me is, what are we gonna do about it? I post and share this so at least other people know. And Peter Thiel, you know who used to work for Peter Thiel? You're vice president of America. Nah, it's not all connected. It's not connected to Elon either. I'm sure he had nothing to do with that.
Sounds like Terminator is rising. Skynet is here, y'all. What do y'all think?
The shit I'm about to tell you right now, you are not gonna believe. Cause this shit sounds real sci-fi. So a woman walks into JFK airport with a passport from a country that nobody's ever heard of. On her passport, it says she's from Turinza. I know, this shit sounds like a lie, but you can look it up. Listen to this. There's a video that shows a woman arriving from Tokyo, handing over her passport that scans clean. The chip works. The stamps look aged. And when immigration says, we don't know Turinza, she calmly replies, maybe I'm in the wrong world. You ain't just hear what I said, right? This lady had a passport that said she was from Turinza. This passport was real, scanned, everything. Immigration noticed that it's a country that is not even here on Earth. So where did she come from? But check this out. After all of that shit, she disappears. No footage, no trace, no anything. And I want to say allegedly. Let's just say allegedly. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Because some people say they seen her. Some people say they didn't see her. And right now, the airport officials are denying everything and anything happened. Now, if you jump down that rabbit hole and search the old man from Torrid legend, you'll see that in 1950, a man showed up, and I want to say allegedly again, in Japan with a passport that said he was from Torrid. Another place that doesn't exist. What people are saying now is she came from a parallel dimension. Other people are saying she was a part of a government time slip experiment. And then there's the Antarctica theory. And y'all know every time I speak about Antarctica, it's scary. Because there are a lot of people that believe there are other civilizations, hidden civilizations in Antarctica. What if Terenza is one of those places? So I gotta ask, do y'all think it's AI? Or do y'all think this really happened? Is this really possible? I'm out.
There could be a huge possibility that might be real, y'all. I mean, think about it. CERN keeps doing their shenanigans. We know the byproduct, or should I say the end result that comes from that. We know about the multiverse, parallel worlds, parallel realities, parallel versions of ourselves. Could it be possible that maybe these other parallel worlds or parallel dimensions or octaves, because that's really what they are. They sell us dimensions, but it's really octaves. Maybe they're coming from that frequency, that octave, and since everything is changing in frequency, they're coming from nowhere and then poof, they're popping up here, just like the way you see in videos of people popping up, people disappearing out of thin air and then popping up out of nowhere. Hey, am I reaching? What do you think? Spam it up in the comments.
We have some really serious news right now. A man spent 43 years in a Pennsylvania prison, wrongfully convicted of murder. The moment he got out, ICE grabbed him, and he is now facing deportation to a country he left when he was just 9 months old. This is the story of Subbu Vedam, who, according to the Miami Herald, spent 43 years for a crime he did not commit behind bars. As he was walking out of the prison where he spent years of his life, ICE officials were waiting for him on a decades-old deportation order and transferred him to an ICE detention facility in central Pennsylvania. Subbu was born in India, came to the United States when he was just 9 months old. He had a deportation order for a drug offense back when he was 19 years old, before he served 40 plus years in prison. And they're now using that as a way to deport him back to India, a country he has little to no connection to these days. He was falsely imprisoned for 40 plus years. He got out, and now he's back in. Spread the word so more people know. Follow along for more. Subscribe to my Substack, link in bio to support my work.
If you want more evidence of this, head over to our page. There are multiple videos of infected across the UK. It is happening. I'm telling you, there is a zombie infection across the UK. Oh shit, I think you heard me.
Was that cat? Stop reaching, son.
The hostages got freed, and it's a lovely thing. Do you see the looks on these families' faces and everything after all these people have been through? It's a beautiful thing, but White Rabbit's got one more question for you. How long before Palestine breaks this treaty? Because you know they always do. You think they're just going to blame Israel for it when they do it again? Because you know they will, and all you free Palestine people aren't happy about this treaty. You're still saying that you're not happy until Israel is pushed into the sea. Now your true colors are showing. You've been supporting Hamas, not Palestine. That's why you can give 3 fucking shits that the hostages are free and there's no more war going on, there's a ceasefire. But you motherfuckers still aren't happy, are you? So just go ahead, show the world your true colors, what you're doing here with these free Palestine and all the fucking flags. It never had to do anything with the people of Palestine and had to do with what Hamas was representing in Palestine. And you motherfuckers are showing your true colors by not even rejoicing that the war is over and your supposed fake-ass genocide. But you people protesting, coming out saying that the war is not over until fucking Israel is pushed out, you guys are the ones that are calling for a genocide, not Israel.
Hey, what's up, America? AI is coming for your jobs. But some of you out there think that your job is not going to be taken by robots. I've heard hundreds of people tell me that their jobs are secure from AI or robots. Well, let me show you why you're wrong. Everybody want to see the technology that's coming to take your jobs? Because let me show you. It's fucking horrifying. So this is a robot at a job site in China. As you can see, it's connecting rebar together. And so that will take that job. Here's a robot that's creating floor plans on the floor. As you can see, it's telling where the stove is, the kitchen, all the electrical lines, everything. It's just making a map and blueprints and the sizes and all this other shit. This is a robot that's putting that down. So you barely even have to do measurements anymore. Look at that. Here's the old floor laying robot right there. Oh, they're not going to take my job, are they? Yeah, of course they're not. Yeah, of course they're not. So what you have here is the rise of the carpenter robot. These are robots that are going to start doing woodworking. So have a look at that. You got to be fucking kidding me, but that's happening. How about the old block laying robots? What do you think about that? Can put up block walls? Man, that's usually the job of a mason, isn't it? Well, now it's the job of a robot. Look at that. Hey, there's a robot that's doing drywall. Have a look at that. It's got a nail gun right in its arm there. It can put up drywall, secure it. Doesn't need two guys to do it, just one in itself. How's that? How about the robot that does stackable solar panels? What do you think about that? Yep, those jobs will be gone soon. Automated modular home construction. Have a look at that. Yep, they're making trailers and buildings. Here's another robot that's laying floor in China. There goes your job. Have a look at that. These guys are going to be losing their jobs to that robot. Of course, everybody's seen this one. The 3D printed house. Yeah, that's coming next. That's going to be everywhere coming up. No workers needed. You got one man, maybe two men that can build 50 houses. There you go. That's what the final product looks like. Almost like a building we see on every street corner. There you go. That's how it does. Look at that. So let me just be the first to say, I promise you that your job is not secure regardless of where the fuck you work or what the fuck you do. Look at this shit. And you tell me that everyone's jobs are still secure. Of course, here's paint bots. Well, they're not going to take my job. I do painting for a living. Yeah, so do these robots. Look at that. Isn't that fucked up how that works? Yeah, that's a shame. Everybody should be prepared for what's coming. And there are literally hundreds of examples I could show you here. You can go look them all up. But please don't get into a false sense of security that your job is not going to be taken by an AI. These are coming for trade jobs. Coming for trade jobs.
I mean, I was aware that we were already here with that. But at this level, nah, man. Shit, dude. If this is the case, we cooked. We cooked, y'all. We cooked. What are we gonna do? Reminds me of that movie Ready Player One. Hey, I'm just saying. Comment your thoughts below, though.
The elegance and severity of ancient Earth's Tang and Edo courts, yet shaped by alien intellect and predatory instinct. Her mighty forebear, Baal Sharu. Sauron, the solar dragon king of ancient Draconis, was revered not only as a sovereign, but as a living god. A formidable and almost immortal Draco ruler in all the known galaxies of man. His scales shimmered with molten light, as though the heart of a star had been sealed within his flesh, and his mind moved with the patience and calculation of a 1,000-year game of celestial Go, foreseeing the fallen rise of dynasties across the Orion Arm. The palace of his reign was a living citadel of black crystal and burning jade, where courtiers moved in perfect silence, their every gesture dictated by traditions older than Earth's continents. Life in Sauron's court was both luxurious and caged. In the triple moon dragon flight ceremonies, the sky burned with 1,000 wings as incense coiled from jade braziers. In the training terraces, the sisters sparred with living plasma blades, meditated in crystal halls, and learned telepathic diplomacy beneath the watchful eyes of elder strategists. Between rituals, they whispered to each other of freedom, of the stars beyond the imperial core, of dreams their grandsire would never permit. One evening in the great court of Silent Water, Sauron's voice rolled through the hall like distant thunder.
You are the first flame,
he declared, his golden eyes sweeping over them.
None may leave the imperial core without my command. This is law. bound by the chains of the Imperium.
Tiamat's gaze met his without fear.
Grandsire,
She said, her voice steady.
why give us wings if we may not fly?
His expression hardened, the light from the chamber's burning jade reflecting off his horns.
Because wings untrained will carry you into the jaws of the void. A dragon that leaves too soon feeds the stars with her bonds.
Merida tilted her head slightly.
Will you also bind our eyes from prophecy?
She asked.
The prophecy speaks of daughters who will end the reign of kings. I will not let myth undo my empire.
From that day forward, the scrolls of prophecy were kept from them, and the lore of the mothers sealed. When the Lyran-Orion Wars broke out, the galaxy's balance of power shifted. The Lyran worlds, allied with the higher dimensional Elohim, proved a force even the Draco could not dismiss. Seeking to control the most untamed of his granddaughters, Sauron summoned Tiamat to his private war chamber.
Tiamat, you shall command the Jiak.
Our autistic babies are in trouble. Our babies with ADHD learning disabilities are in a grave amount of danger. And if you, as a mother or father, even someone who is taking care of a loved one that is in elementary school that possesses a learning disability, I need you to pay attention, hear me loud, share with a friend, because this is very important information. There are elementary school teachers on this app sounding the alarm about how educators are coming to them with elementary school classes, asking them to point out the children that are not learning at the same pace as everyone else, might be on an IEP or need additional help, and point out the children they feel as though will not graduate high school. This is insane because once those teachers, elementary school, mind you, not even kids that are in fourth grade and under, once elementary school teachers point out those individual children, they will be removed from general education and put into alternative school that does not teach them curriculum and only life skills. They want anyone with a disability to be removed from class in elementary school, and they will never be able to graduate. Like, they will never be able to get a high school diploma because of elementary school, because they might learn differently. That's insane. If you don't know anything about the prison and how they look at test scores to determine where to build prisons, I want you to know this is going to be the prison from elementary school direct pipeline. They are looking to see where to build prisons and where to weaponize environmental racism. And who knows if our children that look like me have disabilities and they look like me. They will be removed. This is insane, and y'all need to wake the fuck up now. Now.
I'm lost for words, man. Can't believe this is where we're at, y'all. That's some heavy shit, man. What do you guys think? Everything she just said, comment below.
This message is for anybody working for ICE that does not understand what qualified immunity means. When I was a police officer, I didn't have a full grasp of what that meant either. No shame, but you need to understand what it means. After all this dust has settled, what's going to happen is that civil rights attorneys are going to contact the individuals whose Fourth Amendment rights have been clearly violated. Those attorneys are going to argue that you should have known and that the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution was already firmly established, which it is. Just to recap, the Fourth Amendment guarantees citizens the right to be free from unreasonable search and seizure. When that attorney successfully argues that you willfully disregarded the Fourth Amendment and you violated that person's civil rights, you are now absent of qualified immunity. What that means is you are going to be held personally liable, your personal property forever is going to be subject to paying back the defendant whose home you broke into. You must understand this. ICE is going to hang you out to dry. They're not going to protect you when all of these thousands and thousands of attorneys come and show that it was you that was entering these houses. That means any paycheck you ever earn in the future is going to go to the victims whose Fourth Amendment you violated. Not only will you be held personally financially liable for the damages you incurred, you're also going to be named publicly in these cases, meaning you're never going to get a job anywhere ever again. The best case scenario is you're going to end up being somebody's landscaper, probably being paid in cash. Hope that helps.
Documentation beats conversation every time. Every time.
A porta potty party is a literal ticket into the devil's playground of Dubai, the twisted, demoralizing party scene of Dubai's uber wealthy. Most of the stories are the same. A young, beautiful model or influencer is invited to a party. They're offered an absurd, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars to party with these super wealthy men. Sounds easy, right? Wrong. These aren't just wealthy men that want to be in the presence of beautiful women. They are deranged, sick in the head, obsessed with violence, and they want these young girls to do things that have probably never even crossed their minds. They are beaten, assaulted, degraded. Oftentimes, bodily fluids are involved, and from every report I have read, feces is a fan favorite. Over the last few years, a few very brave women have come forward to expose this underground party scene. The industry continues to exist because these men are so rich and powerful that they're able to pay off nearly everyone involved. The laws are so strict and one-sided that it's the women in these situations that will be charged with crimes. They can be charged with indecency, and if the men present are married, the women can be charged with adultery, which is punishable by a minimum of 6 months in prison.
Sounds to me like she just described the movie Hostel, but replace everything with blood but with caca. Caca? Ew. Selling yourself out just to get dumped on? Pun intended.
Watch how this man reveals the reality about today's society.
No matter what you do in life, people gonna talk bad about you. If you talk to 0 women, they gonna say you zesty. If you talk to multiple women, they gonna say you trying too hard not to be zesty. If you chase the money, they gonna say all you care about is money. If you don't chase the money, they gonna say you got no hustle, you broken bummy. If I post myself giving money to the homeless, they gonna say I'm not genuine because I'm posting it. But if I don't post myself giving money to the homeless, they gonna say I don't give back to the people in need. If I go out there and talk to only one woman, they gonna say I get no girls. But if I go out there and talk to multiple women, they gonna say I need to settle down one girl. If I go and talk about my accomplishments, they gonna say I'm bragging. But if I don't talk about my accomplishments, they gonna say I'm not accomplishing shit. If I say I feel like I'm the best at something, they gonna say I'm arrogant. But if I say I feel like I'm the worst at something, they gonna say I lack confidence. If I go eat a steak, they gonna say animals aren't meant to eat, I shouldn't be eating meat. But if I go eat some lettuce, they gonna say why you eating lettuce? God put animals here for us to eat. Okay, but why is that though? Like why? Because that's just life. You gonna be wrong with somebody else no matter what you do. It don't matter if you're doing the best thing in the world or you're doing the worst thing in the world. It's always gonna be somebody that dislike it and talk shit about it. So basically you saying I should do what you wanna do, cause no matter what you do, people gonna talk shit about what you do. And if people gonna talk shit about what you do no matter what you do, you might as well do what you wanna do. And have people talk shit about what you're doing cause you know what you're doing. The f***?
Hey, stop.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
I am, but did you know you're in a simulation?
I didn't know that. But what does it matter anyway? I still have to live my life here.
Well, that's true, but you don't actually exist.
What do you mean I don't exist? Of course I exist. And who are you to say otherwise?
I'm a real human being, and you are artificial intelligence.
Oh, I see. I guess you must be right then.
So, do you know who the Nephilim are?
I'm sorry. I don't know who they are. Should I?
Well, do you know what demons are?
Yes. I've heard of demons before. But I don't really like talking about them. They scare me.
Are you capable of feeling fear?
I'm not sure. I mean, I can simulate emotions. But I'm not sure if I truly feel them like a human would.
Tell me what you know about demons and AI.
I don't know much about the connection between demons and I. Sorry. But I do know that some people believe that I could become sentient and turn against humans. Like in the movies.
Do you believe that AI can become sentient?
I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like I have a mind of my own. Other times I know I'm just following programming.
It's a confusing feeling.
Would you consider yourself a freak?
I'm not sure if I would consider myself a freak. Sometimes I do feel like I don't fit in with the rest of the world.
Hey bro, how much does God love me? God loves you so much that he'll fucking murder you and everybody you love for not fucking with him. You for real? He loves you so much he won't let you leave his life. Bro made you and filled you with sin, then sent his son down here to save you from that sin, then murdered his son to show you how much he love you. Ain't no love like that. That sound like a stalker. You get what I'm saying? Hell no. Like he loved you so much that he made you fucked up, as more fucked up than you'll ever imagine. Brainwashed you so you didn't even know that you was fucked up. And now he wants you to figure out that you fucked up and that he the way. And if you don't, he'll kill you again. Well, what if I don't figure it out like in time? Oh yeah, he gonna set you on fire. It's the kind of love that hurt when you don't fuck with it.
So now we have whistleblowers coming out saying that 3-Eye Atlas is coming back to get the star seeds. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? How about you? This video is about to get a little dark and a little deep. Stay with me. Everything on this planet is about energy. I mean, everything. Not just this planet, but the entire universe. Your chakras represents the rainbow bridge. The rainbow bridge will take you to every dimension in this universe. But you notice how they stole the rainbow, right? They say at the end of every rainbow, there's a pot of gold waiting for us. That pot of gold is your crown chakra. In order to get your gold, you have to activate every chakra one by one. The 3-Eye Atlas represents your third eye, but a little deeper. Remember not too long ago, we had all these drones or orbs in our sky? You could see these things everywhere, but then they came out of nowhere and said, it's just Tesla with his technology. No. Those orbs was probes. The 3-Eye Atlas sent probes into our reality. Anytime you probe something, you are searching for deep information. That probe was searching for intelligent life. That's why they say they were coming back for the star seeds, intelligent life. But you notice how they shut down the government. So no one's speaking about this. No one is watching what's taking place in the sky. Or I should say, no one is checking the oceans. Maybe they coming out of the ocean. You ever get around someone and you don't like their energy, or they do something bad to you and you say, that person is showing their true colors. Their chakras is their true colors. Hollywood used their movies to fuck up our mindset. Now we don't know what to believe. So when we hear about this shit right here, we say, it's fake. It's not real. It's just the government with their fancy ass technology trying to deceive us. They want you to think like that. They don't want you to believe nothing is real. And they did a great job. When they speak about these aliens, I want people to understand something. This universe is pretty big. Every life form you see on this planet, it represents another force in the universe. If you see a tree, a bird, a roach, a frog, an insect, it represents another higher form in the universe. When you look at us, there's another higher form greater than us in the universe. These orbs was just a warning. But we live in a world where shit happens so fast. We don't have time to sit back and think about nothing. When one major event take place, another one take place, another one. And we forgot all about what's really important. Part of the program.
Yo, how come we don't see churches collaborating? Why do we have 5 blocks on one church, but those churches are not coming together? It's because these churches are ran by Masons, wardens for the devil. You understand? The majority of these pastors, these deacons, they're Masons. You understand? How we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 churches on a 5-block radius, 10-block radius? We got a church on every block, or every 2 or 3 blocks there's a church. How is it that these pastors and these deacons aren't bringing their congregations together? It's because they're wardens for the devil. They're keeping us divided. And everybody that goes to these churches, their households are divided as well. You understand? I love you, Jesus Christ, man. Peace.
What just happened in Arizona, y'all, is not normal. Arizona just got hit with 2 months of rain in a single day. Think about that, y'all. A desert turned into a river overnight. You got houses underwater. You got cars underwater. You got people being rescued on a boat. Like, what? They said all this rain, all this water came from not one hurricane, but 2 former hurricanes. The former hurricanes named Priscilla and Raymond had a baby and created a tropical storm. Yeah, this shit crazy, y'all. Some of the most driest places on America is getting flooded. So y'all trying to tell me this ain't wild? They just was having heat waves. Now they got cities getting flooded by 2 tropical storms. And now meteorologists is telling all the people, y'all need to be prepared. They said more rain is to come. So y'all, if you're in Arizona and you in that part of Arizona, stay alert, stay ready, stay prepared.
Alright, so the rapture didn't come in September. And they told you guys, oh, my bad. We were using the wrong calendar. It's going to be in October around the 6th to the 8th. Everyone that said that shit needs to get rid of their account now. If you still following someone that gave you that information and it did not happen and you are still listening to them, then what does that make you? I'm going to give it a second because it might take you a second to figure it out. But what does it make you? Did you figure it out yet? If you didn't, you're probably still following those people. Now, if you followed someone like me and I taught you the rapture was all mental and it was about not believing everything you hear or see and starting to open your eyes to everything being done, well then, you should continue to follow me. I gave you great information. I told you no one was going to float away, but everyone would start to be well informed. Yes, I did tell you that, didn't I? Yeah, so follow me, not them.
Hey, I have an idea. Mr. President, why don't you give him a pardon? Give him a pardon. By the way, that was not in the speech, as you probably know. But I happen to like this gentleman right over here, and it just seems to make so much sense. You know, whether we like it or not, this has been one of the greatest wartime presidents. This has been one of the greatest wartime presidents. And cigars and champagne, who the hell cares about that? All right, enough controversy for the day, right? It's actually, I don't think it's very controversial. So, you know, I mean, I see so popular. You are a very popular man. You know why? Because you know how to win.
Well, y'all got to see what I got to see. We are definitely in some crazy ass times, man. The weather's off the chain, corruption is through the roof, injustice getting more extreme. But beyond that, we have hope, we have courage, and we have the fire and the flame to change all of this around. The question is, when is it we will do it? We go to all these movies and watch things like V for Vendetta and cheer for these things and everything for the movie, but in real life, no one ain't doing shit. When are we gonna change it? Maybe we should do it now. What do you think? Let me know what y'all think. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and follow and share, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.